Right. And then grabbing your bolsters, you can relax on your back. You can grab some blocks of support. It's always nice to just settle into this pose. It's one of those kind of beginning position poses. Whenever if you don't have blocks, you can use just cross your ankles and just exhale, lie all the way back down. Arms out. Close those eyes. You can always adjust your legs. You can extend them. You can put your feet together, knees apart. If there's too much on your lower back, you can have your knees together and feet apart. What we're doing is just settling in, getting connected to the breath. Close those eyes. And inhaling through both your nostrils, one molecule at a time, each air molecule. Slowly filling up the lungs. Hold it at the very top. Exhaling slowly out through the mouth. From here, focusing on the point between the brow. Forming an intention for your practice. So like imagine like rain clouds kind of forming and forming and forming, and then maybe you'll get a little thunderbolt strike. And seeing that brilliant flash of light. Get a little inspiration as to why you're practicing on the mat. Whether it's like a little self-care, a little self-awareness, a lot of compassion and kindness to your body, because you don't want to be, you want to perform nonviolence. So being gentle, ahimsa, nonviolence to your body. Something that you can practice off the mat eventually. And then from here, inhaling all the way to the very, very top. Hold at the very top. Sip a little bit more air in. Seal the mouth. Keep holding. Exhale out twice out of the mouth. Releasing the belly, relax the shoulders. And then blink your eyes open. Rolling off your bolster if you're on one or blanket, coming onto your back. Allowing your knees to fall apart, your feet together, coming back into that bound angle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Right hand on the belly, left hand on the heart. Breathing between the two palms, one long breath. So again, getting connected to the breath. Now feeling the warmth from your palms. Thinking positive thoughts. So whatever warms your belly, whatever feeds your belly, feed the heart. There is a way to a man or a woman's heart is through the belly. So nourish that belly. And then from here, lifting up the palm from the belly, place it on the throat. Then feel the warmth from both your palms. Just observe. And then feel the breath between the two palms. Observing the sensations. Thinking positive thoughts. So whatever comes from your heart, nourish your throat. So say beautiful, loving, kind things. And then from here, placing the hand from the throat, place it on the third eye, keeping the other hand on the heart. So let the two meet with breath. So hopefully whatever guides your heart and guides your mind can give you that insight to direct your life. So thinking positive thoughts. And then placing the hand from the heart onto the throat. So you have your top hand on the point between your brow and the other hand on the throat. Think positive thoughts. Connecting the two with breath. So whatever your insight, your brilliance, your intuition can guide your speech. So it comes with clarity and intention and straightforward communication. Now from here, releasing the palms, rubbing the two palms together until you feel the warmth. And from here, gently pull the palms a good couple of millimeters away. Feel the energy between the two hands. You can try to squish that energy. Imagine squishing a tofu or whatnot. We're squishing it. Feel the warmth. And then you can pull it away gently. And then here, rub the two palms again. And then close those eyes and palm the eyelids. Feel the warmth from the palms. And from here in the darkness, look into the palms. See if you can look up to your third eye. See if you see any brilliant light. Observing all sensations. And then release the palms out to the side. Squish your knees back in together. And then from here, removing any blocks. Rolling the knees in toward your heart. Rocking left and right like a little yoga ball, little yoga nugget. Massage the side bodies. It's good to get that whole back relaxed here. Grabbing the knees, drawing it one big circle, inhaling one direction. Massaging that lower lumbar. Exhale, circle the opposite way. Observing the massage. Does it feel good? Relax you. Or pull the knees apart. Open up those knees again. Here you can grab your ankles. And grab the soles of your feet if you like. Getting a good hold of your ankles or feet. Start kicking out the legs. Stretch out those legs. Open up those hamstrings. And pull the knees into your armpits. And kick both the legs out too to stretch out those hammies. Good job. Now holding on to the feet. We're going to rock up and down gently. Up and down the spine. Keeping the chin to the chest. You can roll all the way back up into a seated position. Binding the feet together. Wrapping the hands around the toes. Pull the heels in. Here, inhale, you can rock left and right and onto your sit bones. And feel the sit bones get massaged. And then when you're settled, inhaling through the crown, inhaling all the way tall, exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. So close those eyes, inhale through the crown. Exhale, pull the toes closer toward the heart. You can bend those elbows, you can breathe into your back. Slow your breath down. Observing your breath, listen for that so and hum. Call it so hum meditation because you're focusing on the breath. Slow your breath down. Observing the quality of your breath, observing which muscle is getting that tension released. And then slowly inhaling up. Good job. You're extending those feet out nice and wide. Point those toes up. Pull the flesh back from the backside. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Breathing here. You can even look toward the thumbs, relax the throat. Breathe into reach. Exhale, hands out in front, keeping the toes pointed up. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk those hands out. Hinge at the hips. Every breath, inhale through the crown. You can come out of that pose slightly. And then exhale, walk those hands out. Keep those toes pointed up. So breathe in. Follow your breath and close those eyes and keep inching those fingers forward. Keep those toes pointed up. And observe where your your tension is. It's releasing. Inhaling, following the breath. Inhaling to the back. And slowly, slowly inhaling, pressing back up. Good job. Pulling the left heel into the groin. Pointing the right toes up. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reach. Breathing here. Exhale, dropping your right elbow in front of that right knee. Take that top hand, inhale, reach. Turn the heart up to the sky, breathe. Every breath, inhale, reach. Exhale, go a little deeper. Take that top hand, try to reach for those right toes. Eventually, your sit bones might lift, but just keep turning the heart up. Breathe here. And that whole lateral stretch. And then slowly, slowly inhaling back up. Good job. Now pulling that right leg out in front, sealing that left foot into the inner thigh. Pull the flesh out from the back. Inhale, arms up, reaching for the stars. Breathe here. Pull the elbows past those ears. So you're having that nice erect spine. Good job. Exhale, forward fold. Grab the big toe, little toe. If you can't, you can use a belt nearby, or you can grab your ankle. That's totally fine. Always adjust, self-modify. So inhale through the crown, so you're in Maha Mudra. So this is the great seal pose. Breathe here, elongate through the crown. Exhale, forward fold, dipping down your forehead toward that right knee. So trying to keep that right knee nice and straight. Breathing into the back. Slow the breath down. Again, listen for that Ujjayi breath. If you want a little bit more, you can try to reach a little longer. Go past the foot if you can. Observing the breath all the way into your back body. Could feel like you're stretching your left torso. Could feel like you're stretching your right hamstring. And you can observe different muscles in your body. It's quite amazing, this machine we're in. Slowly, slowly inhaling up. Now take that leg out in front, that left leg out in front. So you're coming into that Paschimottanasana pose. So pull the flesh out from the back. Flatten out your feet or flex your feet. We're gonna inhale, arms up to the sky and reach. Here, flatten out those palms and press your palms up to the sky as if you're holding this tray of water. Now pull the elbows past those ears, and then inhale, lifting through your chest, lifting through the crown, having that nice straight spine. So you're actually in downward dog. You're pressing your palms. Imagine you're pressing a downward dog. Exhaling, forward fold. Here you can grab your ankles. You can use your belt. You can keep your knees bent. So go ahead, bend your knees. Inhale through the crown, exhale, forward fold, dropping your forehead toward those knees. Breathe into the back. Since we haven't warmed up our hamstring, you can totally bend those knees. You're breathing to stretch out that lower back. Every inhalation, you can come out of that pose slightly. Exhaling a little deeper if you want. Just hold in. And then slowly, slowly inhale back up. Squishing that right foot into the left inner thigh. You can pull the flesh out from the backside. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. And then exhale, forward fold. Here you can grab your ankle or big toe, little toe, or use a belt. They're coming into Maha Mudra, great seal pose. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, forward fold. Here you can dip your forehead toward the left knee. Even grab beyond if you like to get a full stretch of your right outer lateral side. A juicy pose. I feel it in the legs as well. Janu Shirsasana, knee to head pose. Janu is the knee, Janu. Sanskrit is such an easy language to me because it makes sense. A lot of languages have interesting intonation, tones, and barriers to me. And you have to, Cantonese, I can tell you, is super difficult. I can tell you a little story about when my cousin came and visited. She says that potatoes make her sleepy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Grandpa used to like to eat sweet potatoes. And in Chinese, it's fanxi. And so she is potatoes. And in Chinese Cantonese, ya is eat. So I'm like, oh, so you yak shi. And then she laughs at me. She's like, oh, you just said you ate shit. So, Sanskrit is a whole lot easier. Inhaling back up. Take that leg out to the left side. Pull that heel in, pointing the left toes up to the sky. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reach. Exhale, drop your left elbow in front of that left knee. Take the top hand over. Exhale, reach toward those toes. Turn the heart up to the sky. Keep breathing. So slow your breath down. Every inhale, reach. Exhale, go a little deeper. Try to reach those top toes, those hands to those toes. You don't have to. Just keep turning, twisting. Just notice the difference between your right side and left. Which side is easier? Sometimes it's always easier one side. Sometimes it's equal. Equal is good. And then slowly, slowly inhaling up. Good job. Now cross your ankles. Drop the hands back. Drop the head back into the trapezius. You can rock your ears left and right. And then inhaling the hips up. Breathe into the front body. Exhale, dropping the tailbone back down. Good job. The sunflower pose is amazing. Here, uncross, cross the opposite way. You might notice a difference too. But open the hips. Here, drop the hands back, drop the head back. Rock your ears left and right, and then inhale the hips up. Reaching the hips up to the sky. Breathe into the front body, and exhale, drop the tailbone. Always feels great for those hips. And now taking the left temple into your right hand. You can relax your left hand on the knee. Close those eyes. Little neck and shoulder stretch because it's all connected. Once you wake up in bed, it's always a little tight. So breathe here. And then take that left hand and you can point it toward the ground. And close those eyes. Observe if there is much of a difference. If there's a lot, observe. There's a little, observe. You're wrapping that left hand back behind the back. A little half bind. Again, close those eyes. Observe. Feeling for that breath into that muscle. And then unwinding. Opposite hand. So your right temple, your left hand. Go ahead, relax your right hand on that right knee. Here you can observe. Oh man, this side is tighter. I slept like a rock last night, so you might not notice, or you might notice the difference of either side. So breathe there, close those eyes, be gentle. And then take that right hand, point it toward the ground. See if you get a little deeper stretch. Breathing here, slow. And then take that right hand and wrap it behind the back. Slow your breath down. And then slowly unwinding, hands on the waist. Just a a big, slow head turns, little neck, what do you call it? Head rolls. And then exhale, circle the opposite way. I always like the hands on the waist because it releases the shoulders, kind of gives you more range for your head rolls. All right, now hands on the knees, inhaling forward, doing a little yogic, they call it yogic grinding. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. You can pull and cave the chest back, and inhale, pull the chest forward. You kind of moving the sit bones around, and then exhale, circle the opposite side, opposite way. Open up the hips. And then from here, releasing the knees. Take the feet out. Kind of a windshield wiper those knees. Open up those hips. We do a little slight twist. So eventually exhale, drop the knees over to your left. We're going to swing the hands around the back, dropping it to the back. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, gently turn and look over your left shoulder. And this is a Bharadvas pose. Help with this, release those hips. And then that lower back as well. Inhaling back toward the center. Knees back toward the center. And then exhale, drop the knees over to your right and then swing the hands back behind. Inhale through the crown. If you hear your spine pop, you're just adjusting it. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. See if there's a difference behind your twist. So just feel a stretch. Even along your abs, you might feel it. And then slowly, slowly inhaling back forward. Good job. Now taking that, you can extend that bottom left leg. Take that right leg over that left thigh. And then hands back behind. We're going to inhale the left heel under. And keeping your top foot flexed. You can rock and roll. And open up those hips. Good job. So it's a modification. It's almost like figure four pose. You can even pull that bottom heel a little closer. So almost like you can smell your big toe. Make sure it smells great. Or else you might need a pedicure. A little self-care. And then here, releasing that bottom heel, swapping legs. Take that left ankle over that right thigh and squish that bottom foot a little closer, keeping that top foot flexed. Just protect that top knee. Here you can just wiggle left and right. Nice. And opens up those hips and then unwinding, crossing those ankles, either Siddhasana, Sukhasana, like Indian pose, or half lotus or full lotus. Pull the flesh out from the backside. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Breathing here, look toward the thumbs, relax. So throw inhale, lengthen through those fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, hands out in front to support the spine. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk those hands and fingers out. Close those eyes. Breathe into the back. Come out of that pose slightly. Exhale, walk those hands out. Now feeling the inhalation into your back body. Like a balloon, you're just filling up. Exhaling completely, feeling the belly squish. Releasing the diaphragm. Inhale, keep reaching those fingers. Exhale, walk those hands all the way to your far left, grabbing that left hand with the right. Breathe into your right lung. Inhaling back toward the center. Inhaling, lengthen through those fingers. Exhaling, walk the hands all the way to your far right. And breathe into your left lung. Inhaling back toward the center. Inhaling, pressing back up. And then uncross, cross the opposite way. Here you can pull the flesh out from the backside. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Inhale, look at the thumbs, relax the throat. Inhale, keep lengthening through those fingers. Exhale, forward fold, hands out to support the spine. Inhale through the crown. Again, exhale, walk those fingers out, hinge at the hip, close those eyes. Breathe into the back. Come out of that pose slightly if you want. Exhale, walk those fingers out, close those eyes, and just observe your breath. Observing the hinging of the hips. It's not how far or deep you go, it's all about hinging of the hips, following your breath. Breathe into your back. Keep reaching. So inhale, lengthen through those fingers. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left again, grabbing that left hand with that right. Breathe into your right lung. These lateral stretches are great. Inhaling back toward the center, lengthens the torso, gives you a little bit more range of motion. Inhaling, lengthen through those fingers. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right. Grabbing the right hand, breathe into your left. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, pressing back up. And then inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Exhale, dropping your right hand to the right side, left hand over the ears. Keep turning the heart up. So these lateral stretches. And then inhaling back up nice and long fingers. Exhale, grabbing your right hand with the left. So you're going to do little twists. Back hand behind. Inhale, tall. Exhale, gently look over your right shoulder. Twisting across the thoracic, if not the belly, just gently. So slow your breath down. Inhale, tall. Exhale, looking for a counter twist with the neck. Good job. Now unwinding, uncross, cross the opposite way. Look at that circulation in the feet here. Pull the flesh out from the backside. Inhale, arms up nice and tall, reaching. Exhale, dropping your left hand down to the ground. Top hand over the ears and turn the heart up. Breathe in. So shine like a rainbow. Shoot that hand over like a shooting star. Good job. Inhaling back, nice and tall, reaching. Exhale, grabbing that left knee with that right hand. Back hand behind. Inhale, tall. Exhale, gently look over your left shoulder. Good job. Feel that stretch in the neck. Breathe here. Nice and tall. Exhale, looking forward. Just observing the body. And then unwind those legs. Kick those feet out and then windshield wiper those knees again. And lay back. Relax. And then we're going to do what do you call it? Gomukhasana. So you're going to take that bottom leg under, right leg over. You're going to cross it. If it's too much on the legs, you can straighten out that bottom knee. But if you bend it, you can just kind of rock over to your left side, sit on your sit bones, and then pull your ankles apart. Try to stack the knees. You can wiggle left and right on the sit bones until your knees stack. And it might be a little uncomfortable, so sometimes it helps when you grab your ankles and it's kind of spread apart. You can pull it close by, whichever gives you a little bit more space. You can even flatten out your palms into your soles. That's what my other teacher would do. So not everyone can get there. That's totally fine. You can just be crisscrossed. So gently inhaling through the crown, exhale, hands out in front, just kind of bowing down. Breathe in through the crown, exhale, walk those hands out. Use those hands to support the spine. Inhaling through the crown and keep just reaching. You're getting that nice stretch in your right outer glutes, your right hip, your gluteus maximus, medius, minimus. A lot of stretching back here. Your biggest muscle in your body. Giving it a little bit of love. You can even rest your chin on your top knee if you're reaching it that far. You hopefully feel it. And then slowly, slowly inhaling back up. Usually you kind of do this with a belt. So grabbing your belt if you have one nearby. Otherwise you can use your ponytail if you have one. So right hand, grabbing the belt. Inhaling, we're going to lift it up and then exhale, drop the belt behind our head. And then the bottom hand, we're going to try to look down. And then bottom hand, you're going to reach up toward that belt and walk your hands onto the very belt, and so that your hands kind of connect to the belt. So allow your top arm to lay on the back of your head. Get that shoulder stretch. You're going to get that neck stretch too. Just allow the weight of your arm to lay on the back of your neck. Breathe here. If you feel anything, congratulate yourself. You're alive. But hopefully you get a nice stretch here. And then slowly, slowly inhaling, look toward the middle of the room. So keeping the hands on the belt and just be gentle. This opens up the shoulders just slightly. So slowly, slowly inhaling, look up toward the top of the room. Breathe here. Slow your breath down. And then release the belt. Whew. The other one is eagle arm. So right arm in front, left arm over, winding, twisting if you can. Inhale, lift up those elbows. Breathe into those shoulders. Exhale, dropping the elbows toward those knees and forward fold here. Ooh. So hopefully you get that stretch in your right glute again. And then slowly, slowly inhaling back up, unwind those arms, unwind those legs. You can have those legs out back in front, bend those knees. You can windshield wiper those knees. So get the hips all stretched out. Now, crossing the opposite way. So your right leg is below, your left leg right over. If you can't stack them, you can kind of just have it nice and like you're crossing your legs. Otherwise, you can also extend that bottom leg. It's up to you. It depends on your knees. Everyone's built differently. So if you are able to cross them and to try to stack the knees, you can try to pull your ankles apart and wiggle back and forth, or you can squish the ankles close to each other. And you might notice one side is a little easier than the other, or oppositely. You might be sitting a little different. That's totally fine. We're going to give it your hips equal amount of attention. And from here, inhale, arms up just to reach. And then exhale, hands out in front to support. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk those hands out. Again, breathe into the back. Every breath, inhalation, exhale, walk those fingers out. So you're kind of bowing down, your chin toward that top knee. Eventually, so breathe into the back, breathe in. Exhale, walk those fingers out. Kind of forward folding, feeling any tension in your hips. Are you able to release it with breath? Breathe into the back. Exhale, walk those fingers out some more if you can. So focusing on any tension, any contracted states. Are you able to find any release with the breath? Just observe. And slowly, slowly inhaling back up. And then again, grabbing that belt with the left hand now. Inhale, reaching for the stars. Exhale, dropping the hand behind the back with the belt. Bottom hand reaching oppositely toward the bottom of the belt. Here, look toward the ground. Allow the top elbow like a clamshell rests on the back of your head. Getting that stretch with the neck as well. So breathing here, just kind of saturate in this moment. Here you can even try to bind your fingers a little closer toward each other. And then slowly, slowly, eventually, inhaling, look toward the middle of the room. Just change your gaze. You're lifting your head up a little. And then here, slowly, slowly look up. So you're opening up the clamshell just a little bit more. Breathing here. See if there's any tightness. And then exhale, releasing the arms. Woo! I got tight shoulders. Now taking the left arm in front, right arm over, turn and twist. Here you can inhale, lift those elbows, breathe into the shoulders. Good job. Feel this stretch. Exhale, drop those elbows. There, you can even drop your forehead to the thumbs, rock your ears left and right. I forgot to do that last time. Let's get that neck stretch. And then exhale, forward fold, allowing that elbow and knee to touch and just dropping forward and releasing here, anything in your back. And then slowly inhale back up, unwinding. Unwind those legs. Take the feet out, windshield wiper those knees. Ooh, get that whole outer hip stretch. And then cross your ankles, coming onto your hands and knees. Throw that belt away and place the palms out in front. Engage the core, knees underneath the hips. So engage the core, pull the ears away from the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, focus on a point, having that tabletop. Getting that nice strong back. Inhaling the chin up, dropping, releasing the belly button, coming into cow. Exhale, pull into cat. So cave in, look, your drishti can be your belly button. Inhaling back up. Breathe here. Exhale one more time and follow your breath. Inhaling back up. And then exhale back into cat. Here you can start shaking your hips left and right. Shaking your head left and right. And then here, inhaling that right knee up into big circles. Exhale, circling the opposite way. If you hear any hip clicking, you're just getting the lubrication back into the synovial joints. Swapping knees, inhaling that left knee. Exhale, circle the opposite way. You can even try to kick out, wiggle those toes, and eventually exhale, drawing the knees back together. Exhale, pulling back into Balasana, child's pose. Your knees can be together or apart, allowing space for your belly if you want. You can have your palms out in front. Press the palms firmly into the mat. So you're trying to get your sit bones to sit on the back of your heels. If not, you can always use a block in between the feet and the seat. And then here you can draw the hands back toward the feet. Relax the shoulders. You can also use a block for your forehead to give your neck a little bit more space. Also a little bit more breath space. Allow the elbows to relax. Drop the shoulders, relax the shoulders. Every breath you can even move your forehead away. Give your neck a little bit more longevity. A little bit more length. And then slow the breath down. You might notice your feet might be very, very comfortable. Because in time, your feet get used to it. But if it is uncomfortable, you're welcome to untuck and tuck your toes. There's a source of all the cramping. It could be nutritional, calcium, potassium, sodium even. So if you're not getting enough water, not getting enough of the ions, calcium can trigger a lot. Or it could be just intrinsic muscles in your body. And if they're comfortable now, you've built up those intrinsic muscles. So slow your breath down. So counting the seconds in your breath. Can you increase it 1 extra second? And then from here, can you hold the breath just slightly at the very, very top? And then exhaling just as slowly. Can you hold it at the very, very bottom? Just for a microsecond. Alright, keep breathing nice and slow. Can you increase it 1 extra second? If you're counting 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 seconds, try 5 to 6 or 6 to 7. Just like a land turtle, a tortoise. Increasing and lengthening the breath so you can slow down the heart rate. They have 4 breaths per minute. Us humans, we do 12 to 20 on average. So you can just slow it down. You're a pharmacopoeia of medication, pretty much. You're kind of releasing the opioids, the feel-good, dopamine, and relaxing here in this parasympathetic nervous system. Relax and digest. And then from here, we're going to actually roll onto your top of the crown. If you have any neck issues, you can opt out. From here, we're going to do rabbit pose. Palms out to the either sides of your ears. We're going to inhale, roll up to the top of the crown, and then walk your knees underneath the hips. Pull your shoulders away from the ears. So it's almost like a headstand prep. You don't need to go in a headstand. You're not. This is gentle yoga. So we're going to just, if you want to challenge yourself, and pull that right hand up to the sky and reach for the sky behind our back. You can swap hands, inhaling that left hand up to the sky. You're balancing on your crown still. And then here, if you want to challenge yourself, you can have both your palms up to the sky and interlace the fingers, wrapping the hands to each other, and then pull the wrists forward. You're going to get into the shoulders. This is why they call it rabbit pose. The arms are like rabbit ears. Feel for the stretch. Then slowly release the palms. Hands back down, rolling back into Balasana, child's pose. Whew. It's a lot of pressure on the neck. But it builds up the neck muscles. And, in time, you might end up doing headstand with some modifications, I'm sure. Lots of pillows. But you're building up the neck muscles to strengthen the heaviness of our brain. We have a 10 to 15 pound head, and it's always on this skinny neck. So if you build up the neck muscles, it doesn't feel like it's so heavy anymore. So you're just kind of relaxing here. And pull the hands beside the feet, relax the shoulders. Coming back into that child's pose. Here, exhale the hands out in front, extended child's pose. Reaching. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left. Grab that left hand with the right. Lay your belly on that left lap if possible. Breathe into your side body. Crunch your left side. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, reaching those fingertips. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right. Grab the right hand with the left and lay that belly on that right lap. Breathe into your left lung. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, walking the palms to the top of the mat. Exhale, drop your forearms, your elbows down. So here you can drop onto your forehead or your chin, coming into puppy pose. Here you can pull the sit bones back in space. Allow your heart to melt. It's great for the shoulders. Breathe and open up the heart. Allow the heart to melt. Anahatasana. A very nice shoulder stretch. There, inhaling back up, placing the left hand in the center. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Breathe in. So this right at the needle pose is great for the shoulders. Exhale, weave it underneath the left armpit, dropping onto your right shoulder. And twist your heart up to the sky. Here you can even take that top hand behind your back into a half bind. Keep twisting your heart up. Again, you can even open up the hips. You can balance and extend that left leg out. Sealing the foot down, just like gate pose. Keep breathing into that top torso and then rewind everything. Inhaling that right arm up to the sky, reaching. Breathing here, exhale, dropping it to the center of the mat. Inhale that left arm up, reach and breathe. Exhale, weave it underneath your right armpit, dropping onto your left shoulder. So twist the heart up if you can. You can take that top hand and wrap it behind the back. Breathing here. You can extend that right leg out again, sealing the foot. Open up the hips and this gate pose variation. Keep twisting. Feels good on the back and then rewinding everything. Inhaling that left arm up to the sky, reach. Exhaling, dropping the hand back down. Here, exhale, drop onto your belly button, resting here in reverse shavasana. Here you can shake your hips left and right. Woo, relax. Here, we're gonna pull the elbows underneath, coming into Sphinx. So this is great for that lower back, sciatica. Spread those palms, spread those fingers. Lift through the crown, shake the tailbone. It's nice to pull your ears away from your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chin up to the sky, breathing air. Exhale, dropping the chin to your chest. You rock your ears left and right. Inhaling back to neutral spine, shoulders here. Left arm across. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Breathe here. Exhale, weave it underneath your left armpit, walking that left hand to the right here. Sink your cheek into your bicep or the crook of your arm. Close those eyes. Allow that tension to release from your shoulders, your outer biceps, triceps. Allow your heart to melt. Coming into this puppy pose. These puppies are so, just makes your heart melt. I even had a dream yesterday that there were a line of puppies coming up to my sliding door. Which I don't have a sliding door at my house, but I guess I was at the kennel and I got to pet them all. And this was a dream. So, very funny. You're wrapping the arms around Give yourself a generous hug. Pat yourself on the back. Congratulate yourself because you know what? You deserve this. Give yourself a little massage. Massage the back of your shoulders if you can. Little marma points, all these pressure points along your body. And then unwind, coming back into Sphinx, coming into that, spreading the palms, spreading those fingers, elbows back underneath, lift through the crown, shaking the tailbone. Good job. Release the glutes. Inhale, lift the chin up to the sky. Exhale, drop your chin to the chest, rock your ears left and right. And this is like a bowling ball we're carrying on our neck. So releasing that tension along the neck. It's connected to the shoulders. Inhaling back to neutral spine. Right arm across. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, weave in underneath your right armpit. Walk that right hand to the left. Again, release your chin or cheek on the bicep or the crook of the arms. Close those eyes. Let the heart drop. So you're spreading the skin between the back. In that rhomboid area. It's like a little rhombus. A little diamond in the back of our neck. Back of our shoulders. A lot. And your shoulder blades. You have your suprascapula, your the one that's under, it's called subscapula. You're getting that full stretch in those shoulder blades, as well as the rhomboid. And nice deep stretch. Breathe into the shoulders. You wrap those arms around. Give yourself another generous hug. Tight squeeze. And again, give yourself a pat on the back. Feel for that back massage. Rub or use your fingertips. Feel for any tightness, any tension, any knots. And then unwinding, resting on your chin, coming into that reverse shavasana. Rest on one cheek if you like. Shake your tailbone. You can bend those knees, you windshield wiper those heels, massage the top of the thighs. Good job. And then from here, dropping the heels. We're going to inhale, palms back underneath, thumbs near the nipples, resting on your chin. We're going to inhale, lift through the crown, pull the shoulders away from the ears. This is a little baby cobra. We're going to even lift the palms up to show that you're not using your palms to press firmly. You're just going to squeeze those elbows. You're using your belly button. Your core going to lift through the crown. And then exhale back down. Release and relax. Resting on your chin. Here you can inhale, lift through the crown again. Now press firmly into the hands. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then here, zipper up the toes, lifting up those heels. This is that locust pose. Inhale, the arms out in front, reaching. Exhale, pull it back. So Shalabhasana A, B, and C. Keep lifting through the crowns here. You can even bend those knees, grab those ankles, and kick out the leg. You can squeeze the knees in toward each other as if you had a block, and rock and roll on the pelvis if you like. Eventually exhale, releasing back down, resting on one cheek. Woo, feel your heart thump. Good job. It's a little intense, quick. There, swap cheeks. You're getting that neck stretch. Breathe into your back body. And then resting on the chin again, palms back underneath. So we're going to come into that upward dog. You can either press your toes toward the mat, traditionally, and then you can press into your palms. But if you want to modify, you can tuck your toes. You can always drop the knees. So from here, traditionally, palms underneath, thumbs under the nipples. We're going to inhale, lift through the crown, press into the palms, and then lift the hips up slightly. Engage the thighs. Your toes are toward the ground. Shine the heart forward. If it's too intense on that lower back, you can drop the knees. So it's all getting in that front stretch. And then here, flipping over those toes, roll over those toes, come into that downward dog. So walk the full length of the mat, spread those fingers. Create that foundation. So your feet as wide as the hips, your hands as wide as the shoulders, if not wider. Here you can pedal away your heels. That full stretch of those calves. Here you can even bend both the knees. Point the sit bones up, shake your head and nod. Release the shoulders. Exhale, drop those heels. Allow your heart to sink in. You can even look at your belly button as your drishti. Then pull the forehead a little closer toward the ground. Spread those fingers in case you slip. You can grab the edges of your mat as well. Here you can even sway your hips left and right. Get the full lateral stretch as well. Good job. Now inhale that right foot up into that three-legged dog. You're going to exhale, bend that knee toward your nose. And then swing that foot between the hands. They're going to seesaw back and forth in that low lunge. Open up that left hip. Ooh. Open up those hips. You can untuck the back. You can drop your back knee, untuck the back toes, walk the hands into the inside of your mat. Here, inhale through the crown, drop the hips more. Here, actually, you can even drop the hands either on the top shin, or you can inhale, lift up those arms. Those are all options. Allows the hip to drop. A little bit stretchier. You're opening up that inguinal area, so that's like your psoas. Here you can exhale, drop the hands back down, and drop your elbows onto a block. If you need a block, you can roll the sole of your feet. You can drop onto your forearms onto the ground. You can even double fist and rest your forehead on the fists. Roll the sole of the feet. Breathe into the back. These hip stretches are intense because we hold a lot of stress in our hips, so you're just releasing the tension. Now if you want a little extra leg stretch, like your frog legs, you can look over your right shoulder with your right hand, grab that back foot, pull it toward the glute and drop the hips more. So it doesn't, it's not so intense on your left knee. Eventually you can walk the hands back under. And from here, we're going to slide into Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. So if you have a block, you can place it underneath your right hip. You can slide that, take that right heel, pull it toward the groin. Keep your front foot flexed. So you have that block to support that right hip. Keeping that front foot flexed to protect the knee, hands out in front, pulling that heel close toward the groin. You can untuck the back toe, straighten out that back leg. Inhale, lift through the crown. Through that one-legged king pigeon pose. And if this is too intense, you can come onto your back and do that figure four pose with the legs. So exhale, forward fold, resting here into that Ekapada one-legged king pigeon pose. If it's too intense on your knees, again, you can always come onto your back and do that figure four, which is that regular prep pose where that right ankle's over the left thigh. You're grabbing the back of your left hammy or the left shin, rocking back and forth, keeping the feet flexed. That's always an option. It works the same agonistic muscles. Breathe into the back. Slow your breath down because this is getting deep into those tissues of your glutes. The hips, the legs, the glutes, they're all related. We do need our legs to take us places. Every day we go to sleep, we bind up like a little curled up ball. And then we have to wake up and blossom and stretch. Again, just like a flower. Every day we have to do this. Keeps us vibrant and alive. A range of motion. And here, you can extend those arms out in the front and keep reaching those fingertips. You're going to do a little extensions on the side. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right, curling the belly button. You're almost twisting into a nautilus, walking the hands all the way to your right. Breathe into the back. It's a very yummy pose for me. Woo! Feels good on that back. And then inhaling back toward the center. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left. you lay your belly or groin there on your heel, it's a bonus marma point. You're activating your essential organs there. So grabbing that left hand with the right, kind of curling the spine. Breathe into your right lung. Crunching the left side, inhaling back toward the center, hands back underneath. Inhale, lifting through the crown. When I get into the legs, so we're going to look over your left shoulder. You're going to grab that back foot. If you need a belt nearby, you wrap it around the foot and pull your heel toward your left outer hip. Again, if you need that block to support your right hip, to square the hip you're wanting to use. Get the stretch in the legs. Trying's half the battle. What you're going to get is a lot of release and tension in the hips. And then releasing that leg, look over your right shoulder, taking your right hand, grab across and pull that heel in toward the glute. So what you're doing is creating space. Our hips get really tight quick. And then releasing everything, pulling back into all fours, and then exhale, resting in child's pose. Woo! We do a lot really quick. Such a short time too. So breathe and relax. From here, spread those fingers, spread those palms, inhaling back up onto all fours, coming into that tabletop. Tuck your toes. You're going to inhale, lift up the hips up toward the sky, press the heels, walk the full length of the mat, coming into that downward dog. Again, pedal away your heels. And shake your head, you can nod. Allow the heart to drop. And then here, balancing on your right foot. Inhale that left leg up into three-legged dog. Or you can exhale, swing that knee to nose, and then try to step your foot between the hands. Here you can seesaw back and forth, coming into that low runner's lunge. And eventually you can drop your back knee down, untuck the back toes. You can walk the hands into the inside of the mat and lift through the crown, dropping the hips. Here you can even balance on your hands on the top knee. Allow the hips to drop some more. Again, exhale, inhaling the arms up to the sky, reaching, balancing here. This is what you call low crescent. There's all these different names for this pose. Anjali, Mudra, Anjali, whatever it's low crescent, high crescent. And then exhale, dropping the hands back down. You can drop onto your forearms. You can roll the sole of your feet. You can use a block as well. So just give you a little elevation. Breathing into that back. Roll the sole of your feet. You want a little extra stretch, a little extra bonus points with the legs. And exhale, look over your left shoulder, left hand back behind, try to grab that back foot. Try to pull the heel in toward the glute and drop your hips. And the trick is dropping the hips. I see your oh, great. Look at even using the straps. Trying to have the battle. Make use for the tools we have. Good job. Hopefully you feel that stretch in your quads. And eventually exhale, dropping the hands back down. You're going to use a block to support that left thigh. You can actually drop onto your forearms if you like. Or you can pull your heel in closer toward that groin, coming into that Ekapada Rajapatasana. Keep that front foot flexed like a 90-degree angle. Pull the heel in close to the groin. And hands that prop up, lift through the crown. You can untuck the back toes and try to straighten out the ankle. Breathe in. And then exhale, forward fold onto your forearms. Again, this is too much for that top knee. And you're putting too much strain. You can come onto your back. You're welcome to do that Ekapada Rajapatasana prep pose, that figure four pose. You're rocking and rolling, grabbing the shin or the hammy, keeping the feet flexed. Always an option. Same action. here in this regular Ekapada Rashikapatasa, one-legged king pose. Breathe into the back and relax. Melt your heart here. So it's a very passive yin pose. It definitely releases any of the tightness in the hips and the glutes. Breathing slowly. And here, extending those palms out in front, reaching, breathing, lengthening the spine. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left, and twisting your belly like a nautilus, grabbing the left hand with the right. Breathe into your back. Feel if there's any release of any tension. And then exhale, walk the hands back toward the center. Inhaling, reaching the fingertips. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right. Grabbing the right hand with the left. Breathing here into your left lung. Inhaling back toward the center. Inhaling, pressing up. And again, if you want a little extra stretch of your legs, you can look over your right shoulder, grab, use the belts if you want. Wrap it around the ankle and pull it toward the right outer hip. And that extra space you're creating with those legs in the groin area. And then swapping sides. And look over your left shoulder with your left foot. Grabbing your back foot and pull it toward the glutes. And again, use those blocks and straps. They're very handy. All right, now releasing everything. Now coming back into all fours. You know, it's almost ready for Shavasana. You cross your ankles. You can take out those legs out in front. We're going to grab the back of the hamstring. Engage the core. We're going to exhale one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Slowly back down to earth. Here you can pull your knees in toward your heart and rock left and right. Massage the side bodies. You guys deserve a 10-minute Shavasana here. Exhaling, we're going to actually squeeze your palms, pull the knees in toward your heart more, and squeeze your face. You can pull your nose up toward those palms and squeeze all the tension out. And then releasing everything. Drawing the hands out, arms out, legs out, palms up. Everybody breathe in your front body, releasing everything. And grab a blanket nearby. Layer up if you need to. Close those eyes. Get yourself prepped. Put those bolsters underneath your knees or blocks. Relax the shoulders. I'm going to practice the hardest pose of all. Shavasana, corpse pose. Believe it or not, this is a hard pose to master. Because you're stilling the mind. You're slowing your breath down. Let the eyeballs sink in to the eye sockets. And here you're kind of integrating everything you've done into your body. Relax the jawline. Move your jaw left and right, and then kind of just relax and let it slap. And relax the throat. Relax across the shoulders, let the heart relax. Let the heart drop. Relax the belly button. Let the belly drop. And releasing all your pelvic organs. Releasing the belly button. Release the glutes. Let the back of the knees get heavier. Let your calves and thighs get heavier. Let the heels get heavier. And observing any of the noise outside the room. Let it float away like a sunset. Observing any noise within the room. Let them float away like seagulls. And observing any thoughts within your mind. And let them float away like white, beautiful clouds. Integrating everything you've done. And keep your eyes closed. And wiggle those fingers. And wiggle those toes. When you're ready, you can pull your knees in towards your chest. And rock left and right like a boiled egg. Massage the side bodies. And when you're ready, fall to your favorite side. Follow your face. Rest there. Take 2 deep breaths. Take your time. Take your moment. Fully integrating everything you've done today. Something you did on your mat really affect everything you do for the rest of the day. It'll make you less grouchy for sure. As I always said, my patients say PMO, not PMS. Positive mental outlook. That's the secret to life. And here, resting up into a seated position.